the spider's web. It's a wonderful metaphor for our planet. The interconnectedness of all species. Tug on one strand and it affects the entire web. There are many lessons we as humans can learn from the ubiquitous and adaptable spiders. They've adapted to living in the most extreme of habitats, from deep below the Earth's surface to over 6,000 meters high up on top of mountains. They've mastered an inconceivable variety of ways to catch their food, from building webs and trapdoors to casting nets, or actively hunting down their prey and overpowering them with venom. This is Nephilia. She's one of the largest of the orb weavers. And in fact, it is a she. The males are minute. You'll notice the middle section is where she sits. It's dry web, it's not sticky. And she even has her own little garbage dump over here. And interestingly enough, talking about connectedness, other species of spiders will come down here and they will eat further on her discarded prey. Spiders are amongst the most numerous creatures on the planet. They're everywhere, ranging in size from less than 0.5 millimeter to big, beautiful guys like this baboon spider. This is a captive bred animal. Don't try this at home. It's used for education purposes. There's a record, in fact, of a spider in captivity, a baboon spider, over 30 years old. Spiders' webs are intelligently constructed to maximize size with minimum resources. The spider's silk is stronger than steel by weight. People are still trying to figure out the technologies nature has been using for eons in a new field of engineering science called biomimicry. Okay, this is another baboon spider. I rescued it about a week ago from someone's home. You can see it's made of a sack underneath. There she is. Many of us are frightened of spiders. The word fear, as an acronym, false evidence appearing real. Most of the things we fear in our lives never come to fruition. We fear for no reason. But with understanding comes knowledge, and then we work with nature. And here in one of my garden pots, I found what looks like a black button spider, but it's in fact a brown button spider. It's one of the most common spiders in the gardens of the Western Cape. Pretty harmless, isn't going to bite you unless you actually handle the animal, and very important to your garden's ecosystem. So folks, don't go and kill every spider indiscriminately. Rather, get a book and learn about what's in your garden. They're as important as everything else. This chap, the wall crab spider, also known as the flatty, is probably the most common spider found in the southern reaches of southern Africa. Indoors, sits behind pictures, paintings on your wall, and eats insects. Great to have in your home. I found this exoskeleton or skin of a flatty behind this picture on the wall. Spiders grow out of their skins 7 to 10 times in their life on average. Another common South African resident is the rain spider. This guy is often mistaken for the baboon spider. Called a rain spider because they come indoors before the rain when insects are prevalent. They're harmless, they're not going to hurt you. Quite easy to remove it from the home. Not using insecticides and things like that. Simply take a nice Tupperware, not glass, in case you drop the glass, you injure yourself and the spider. Carefully place it over, making sure you don't damage the legs. Slide a piece of paper underneath. Treating the animal with the respect it deserves, and take it outside and put it back in the garden. So remember, all creatures are interconnected by the strands in the web of life and should be respected. Our planet is just a dot in the universe. We are just dots on our planet. But if we all just do one thing, we can make a radical. Empower yourself about the things you fear in nature. For this week's dot, don't use pesticides. Save the spiders. They're working for you. If you're doing one thing to make a difference to this planet, I'd really like to see it. So send it to me at dot@5050.co.za.